Yo, what's up guys? You got Hendo here again, and today I'm bringing you week 3. I couldn't do a live commentary because I was a little bit busy at the time, but I do have the replay for you. Let me tell you, it was a very, very close match. If you missed the team builder, my team I brought today is Whimsicott, Reuniclus, Volcarona, Conkeldurr, Hydreigon, and Steelix. And it looks like he brought Weavile, Starmie, Machamp, Jirachi, Shaman, and Ampharos. And I was actually expecting him to bring the the Shaman and kind of the Jirachi. I was also expecting him to bring Weavile as well, but everybody else was kind of a toss-up there. So those are the teams. Let me go and get the replay started for you so we can get this underway. So I'm thinking here, I'm like, alright, so a lot of his team can't hit one of my Pokemon, so he starts out with Ampharos, and I decided to lead with Whimsicott because I'm just gonna use. I can depending on if he didn't lead with a Weavile, I could definitely get a free free substitute off. Which actually at this point you're gonna see I actually do get the substitute off. So yeah, I get the substitute with Prankster. I'm holding leftover, so I'm going to eventually get that recovery back. He goes for the Volt Switch. It doesn't break the sub because I resist it. He switches into... What did he switch into again? Oh, he switches into the Shaman. Because Shaman is very, very... I think he's got Shaman especially invested because the Psychic actually took out my substitute, and I was only physically invested. So I had to go with the Moonblast to get a little bit of chip damage. And from here, I really didn't want to stay in anymore, so I decided to switch out. And I went into, who was it? I went to Reuniclus just to resist the Psychic that I was predicting him to bring in as well. And at this time, I decided, since he's got Psychic, I'm just going to go ahead and do set up a free Calm Mind. So I set up the Calm Mind, and I'm set there. He goes for Iron Head, and I'm going to go for Trick Room this turn. That does actually a decent amount of damage. And of course I get the flinch. Decided to go for Trick Room again, and unfortunately I get flinched a second time. So instead of just hoping for the miss, I decided just to switch out to Reserve Reuniclus. And I went out for Steel. She's going to resist the Iron Head. And I felt like at this time it was a great time to set up my rocks. So as he withdraws, he goes on into Shaman again. I'm suspecting Seed Flare at this point. His Jirachi's probably Scarfed, and his Shaman is probably Specs. So I decided to go for the Stealth Rocks. And I protect to see what he's going to lock himself into. Seed Flare. So I go and switch out. And I decided to go to Volcarona because Seed Flare's not going to do a hell of a lot to me. And I can at least set up a Quiver Dance or two depending on who he brings in. So, predicting that he switches out, I go for the Quiver Dance. But he brings him a Machamp. And I'm not quite sure exactly why he brings him a Machamp. I'm not sure exactly what moveset he has on him. But I get the Quiver Dance off. Rocks doesn't do much to him. I go for the Fiery Dance just for the hope for the burn. And he goes for the knockoff, actually. And unfortunately, he knocks off my Citrus Berry, which would have been very nice there. But I go for Fiery Dance for the kill. Unfortunately, I'm going to sack off Volcarona at this time. Weavile's going to come in. I'm expecting an Ice Shard or Fake Out. One of those two. So he goes for the Ice Shard. So he doesn't have Fake Out, or else he probably would use Fake Out instead. So Volcarona goes down. I decided to bring in Conkeldurr. I'm pretty sure I'm bringing Conkeldurr. Yeah, I'm bringing Conkeldurr. And I should have been expecting him to switch here. So I went for a Drain Punch, suspecting him to maybe attack me, and that was really bad on my part. But brings in Ampharos, I probably should have expected him to do that. So I should have went for the Ice Punch originally. But I do go for the Drain Punch. It does get a little bit of chip damage off. But I do decide to switch out, and I go back into Steelix. So Steelix is resisting a lot of shit he brings in. And he actually predicts pretty well. Going into the Dragon Pulse. Oh, you guys can't get high. I got somebody calling me here. Alright, so I decided to go for, I'm pretty sure I went for Earthquake. Yeah, I went for Earthquake because everything, it's going to hit everything on this team. I didn't want to resist him switching into Jirachi, expecting me. But I probably should have just went for the Heavy Slam at this point. Expecting he would switch into Shaman so I could get more damage off, but it happens. I want a Hydreigon. He Seed Flares me, and I sort of eat that up. And I'm going to U-turn out of here, suspecting the kill, and I actually don't get the kill, which is very, very unfortunate for me. So I go out to Whimsicott, because I'm going to take the Seed Flare like a champ. He's probably just going to sack him off at this time. And I actually avoid the attack, which is really good. So I get free leftovers recovery. He goes for a Seed Flare because he's locked into it. More likely he specs. And once again, I'm physically invested, not specially. And I'll just go for Moonblast to take him out. Oops, I moved the camera. And this time he brings out Jirachi. I was suspecting to stay in here. I don't know what I wanted to do at this point. But I did decide to switch out to go into Steelix. I don't know what he was going to go for at this point. But he went for U-turn actually. So he's probably going to switch out. And I'm pretty sure this is where he switches out into Starmie, which I totally forgot that mon was even a thing. So here's Starmie. So I was like, nope, don't want to deal with this. Switch out. Go out to Reuniclus. Probably sack. I go with the sack off on Reuniclus. Simply because I wanted to save switching. And he went for the Hydro Pump and he landed, unfortunately. So Reuniclus went down. I was very upset because I wanted to set up a Trick Room with them. But I got into Hydreigon. I wanted to go for a Draco Meteor, but I decided to just go for the U-turn. And thank God I didn't go for the Draco Meteor. Because he did bring out the Ampharos. So, when he comes in, I get the U-turn, and that's bad for a crit, but I'm not physically invested. And I go right back on the Steelix. At this point, a lot of his mons are going to take it for neutral damage, so I go for Earthquake again. He decided to stay in with Dragon Pulse, do a little chip damage, and sack off the Ampharos. So there's a kill for Steelix. Then he brings back out the Starmie. And I really don't like the Starmie at all. So I switched out. I went into Whimsicott. Okay. Went into Whimsicott, and he actually, I'm pretty sure he predicted as well. No, he went to Rapid Spin, which I actually could have stayed in there, but he gets rid of the rocks. At this next turn, I go for the Giga Drain, hoping to get it off, but he Ice Beams, and I'm not specially defensive, so I go down to it. And then from here, I go back into Steelix because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I protect. And he's going for Hydro Pump again. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to go for the Miss. He actually goes for Ice Beam. He was probably suspecting me to switch out. But he goes for the Ice Beam, and I actually go for an Earthquake. And I think this knocks out. Yeah, this actually knocks out the Starmie. The Starmie actually put in a lot of work against me. And I was very scared about it because I didn't really bring a decent check to it. But it brings in the Jirachi, Ice Punches, knocks him out, I sack him off. Just want to get a safe switch in. At this point, I don't know what to do. I go for Hydreigon. Since he is Ice Punched, I'm like, shit, he's probably faster than me. But I live the Ice Punch on 3 HP and I Flamethrower. It doesn't kill, but Hydreigon did wonderful work. Wonderful work. So I lay on my last Monica Kelder. Since he's locked into Ice Beam, he's going to obviously switch out. So I go for Mach Punch, was it? Yeah. I went for Mach Punch because it's going to hit Weavile. So there we go. Knock out the Weavile. He's down to his Jirachi. I already know he's Scarfed. But I gotta hope my Assault Vest kicks in for when he goes for Psychic. So I go for the Mach Punch because I definitely want to get the damage off. Almost killed him, but he went for the Zen Headbutt, which I'm actually physically defensive too. I survive, and I land the Mach Punch, and there's the win for the 1-0. It was a very, very, very intense battle at the time. He played very well. I really enjoyed playing against Johnny Diesel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned for more videos. Week 4 is coming up, so stay tuned for the team builder for that. Should be coming up, I think, this Wednesday. So enjoy your day. Let me know what you think. Show your support. And until next time, Hendo out. I.L.L.